I don't think this tent's gonna stay, lads. I was holding it down with some hefty force.
Right, I'm like, if the wind doesn't get worse. Right, it looks like most of the worst misses us, but yeah, well, oh god, yeah. No, yeah. Do whatever you have to do.
You let me know when the mic's ready.
Check once the wind died down to start.
Okay. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Kildare's Field in Westchester, Pennsylvania for a midweek match. I'm Phil Boda, and tonight we have an NPSL Keystone West contest between your home side, Westchester United, in gray, and away side, Hershey FC, in orange. It is match day 8 for Westchester United, and the home side is firmly at the top of the table with 6 wins, 0 losses, and 1 draw for a total of 19 points. However, they're going to be looking for a victory today as the Pennsylvania Classics are hot on Westchester's heels with a total of 17 points on the season. Hershey FC currently at the bottom of the table, 0-0 and 8 as their score line stands. You would imagine this would be at home for Westchester, an easy 3 points, but nothing is ever easy in the game of soccer, especially when the elements are against you. It was a nice sunny yet humid day until the rain turned. Now we're huddled under the tent here. The players, though, bold as ever, looking to get the game underway. I was talking to one of the coaches for Hershey FC before the match started. They're going to go with a 4-4-2 formation. It looks like Westchester will be going with their tried and true 4-2-3-1 here tonight. I was also talking to that coach from Hershey, and they're saying they've had some issues with their defensive line. A lot of their players that they were, going to sign for the team in that defensive third backed out the last moment. They've been struggling ever since, trying to fit different players in, using like a puzzle piece to try to find the right one. You can see a desperation clearance there from Hershey. They're able to nod that one on. But if I know Westchester United, they're definitely not going to let that one go without a fight. They're going to keep it in the offensive third as much as possible. Our center referee for the game this evening is Phil. He'll be out there keeping us safe, keeping the players on the right end of the law. That's a nice turn from Malor. He crossed it in, but even better defense to cut it out. Still, though, in the mixer. Another shot from range. That one dumped to the turf by goalkeeper Kashi. But he was able to pick it up. A shot from range, though, from Westchester. That's 1 on the board for them. Rich Robinson lurking on that one. The APSL Golden Boot winner, number 10, Ridge Robinson, with 28 goals in that conference. So far, only 2 goals here in the NPSL for number 10, the captain, Ridge. The rain now thundering down upon us, just like the offense of Westchester, not letting up for even an instant, no matter how hard the rain falls. That's a looping ball to the back post. No one home there to collect. Now, it wouldn't be a broadcast in dire straits without my trusty companion, legendary cameraman, and producer Nick Kraus. He's going to be here weathering the storm with me and you all to capture all the action tonight. Hershey, can they work it out of the back? They have the pressure of Westchester and the pressure of the rain working against them. We're looking to clear the line, and it will be Charlie Wilson to let that one out of bounds.
I don't know. I lost that yet.
The ball put back in play here. Looks like a quick summer shower, though, folks. It should be done in just a moment. That did cool everybody off on the pitch here at Kildare's Field. A little bit of ping-ponging action. What we know about that 4-2-3-1 from Westchester is that they keep that midfield very compact. It's very hard for teams to move within the midfield, so they have to work the channels, but that's exactly the trap set by the team in gray. Once you move to those channel spots, they strike, win the ball back, and the counter is on. Hershey with the ball. Let's see how long they can maintain the possession, though. That's the question. Back to Axman. He swings it wide. The lights now come on here. Just to maybe shoo away the clouds for us. The ball into the mixer, shot from range. It's a deflection. It's a goal. Westchester opened the scoring. It's 1-0. That's what you come to expect from the home side. They open the score sheet early and often. It's a rarity that they don't score first. That one, a long-range effort. Knocked off somebody's toes. Maybe Ridge Robinson got a quick deflection in. He is a poacher by all means. He lurks in the box to push anything home. As we were mentioning, Hershey FC at the bottom of the table in fifth place in the NPSL Keystone Western Conference. They have a negative 40 goal differential. That's kind of a testament to that back line issue that we were talking about earlier. That's how can they stem the bleeding, though, in this one? Ridge Robinson immediately pointing the spot. Malor lays it off to him. Defense closes him down, though, but still, Westchester maintains it. It's Riccardi. He pushes it out wide. And that will be Peramu. He loops that ball to the back post. And that one goes out of bounds. The last time these two teams clashed was about a week ago. Westchester United won that one 7-1. Let's see if they can repeat that performance here tonight. The rain now subsiding, which will definitely help my view of the field, as well as cameraman Nick Kraus. Hershey, a nice step there to break up the pass. But hard times moving forward. A little bit of spill in the back. Ridge Robinson is going to be sniffing that one out. Puts goalkeeper Kashi under duress. A nice settle there. Can the break be on here for the side in orange? No, the run. It was in instead of out. And that ball misplaced. Our goalkeeper for Westchester United tonight is number 0, Alexander Getsky. Might not have a lot to do. The defense holds. It's usually very stout for the home side. Kashi, on the other hand, the goalkeeper for Hershey, will probably be under the gun more often than not. That time, a little over aggression from the front side of Westchester, and the foul is called. We do have some fans brave enough to weather the storm. They're here to cheer their home side on through thick and thin, especially being at top of the NPSL. Keystone West Conference. There's only a few more games left of the season, and then it's time for the playoffs. That one tried to be pushed ahead. Ridge had to hold his run. A slip on the turf, though, from Andrew Blackwell, number 22. Good little piece of skill there, but it's Paramu. Comes to the aid of his defense and knocks that one out of bounds. Hershey looking for some runners here. They go for a quick back and forth. The triangle, though, disrupted. They have to play it back to the defense. So far, a little bit shaky, but it's how they move forward. Maybe if they're not naturally defenders, maybe they, good feet on the ball, right? Good shots, good vision. Here's a ball to the back post, and that one headed away by Riccardi. Tried to throw that back in the mixer, Hershey. Unable to do so for now. Blackwell to Paramu. Back to Blackwell. That one stepped through. Hershey could be on the counter. They loop that one to the back post. Headed to the top of the box as Flowley could be, but it's Charlie Wilson to cut out the danger. Over the weekend in the APSL National Tournament, Charlie Wilson had an absolute crack of a shot. Went to the upper 9. I believe that was in the semifinal match where Westchester won 10-1. So absolutely dominated the APSL this season and their first season in that conference as well. But here now in the NPSL, a different story, but still the same. An offsides call here from the AR. It's number 17 on Hershey was in. Groans from the coaching staff. They thought he had held his run. That's Chris Shaw. He's been very shifty on this right-hand side so far. Ridge Robinson, though, could spring the attack. He dances by 2. You know, he could have a launch from range. He lays it off for Malore! And that one wide. Malore in a more advanced position than we usually see. He's usually an outside back, but this time a little bit more advanced. The power lines, though the rain has subsided, keep flickering on us here. The clock, our scoreboard goes in, goes out, our stadium lights in and out as well. But still we stand ready to bring you all the coverage on this game tonight. There's a little bit of that uncomfortability from the defensive line. Maybe uncertain about where to go once they have the ball, especially with some of the press that Westchester can put on.
Should I even bother with the scoreboard? Okay.
Quick throw in. The defense, they were caught out as they were making runs up. Now they have to be back to stop the danger. An overlapping run, a looping ball, and that one harmlessly out of bounds. Goalkeeper Kashi to get us restarted here. Riccardi jumps up. Shaw challenges there. Paramu. He keeps that one in bounds. I don't know about that one. We had the line, he had the angle. I think Paramu was able to get to that one. But still, Hershey, they're deep in their own defensive third. We know Ridge will always doggedly chase after any ball, as you can see. So here he dances by 3. He can lay it off for Malore once again. He does. It's a shot. It's a save from Kashi. Ridge and Malore working in tandem nicely in this game. I mean, they've been partners over many teams, many leagues, many conferences. Charlie Wilson cutting that one out again. Blackwell flips it over to Ridge Robinson. Oh, that was a scary ball nodded back to the goalkeeper. Kashi had to do ever so well to bat that one away. He tried to gather it, but that one was a little too hot to handle. Number 26, Lucchini, Steps up to that one. A nice give and go around him. The give was there, the go was not. Back to the defensive line, it's Axman. Into the middle of the pitch now to Warren. Malor. He looks for Paramore. He offsides. That's how quickly Westchester can rotate from one side of the pitch to the other. Paramore held his run just for 1 second. Or Paramu, excuse me. He would have been in. Riccardi once again wins the header, those aerial battles. They don't even seem to be 50-50, each one going his way. Malor doing very well there in the middle of the pitch. Lucchini lays it off. Ridge Robinson gives chase. Calls for press from Westchester. Shaw using his body well there to slip by the defense. Now he could cross it in. Axman has to poke that out of bounds. And our first corner of the match will go here for Hershey FC.
Keeper! Adrian!
Let's see how Gexy handles this one. They're crowding him, Hershey FC. Was a call from the coaching staff to do so. Let's see how he battles through some of these bodies. That one to the penalty spot. The header, almost defensive-like. It will be Perimu who comes up with it. He has to go all the way to the other side of the field to do so. Still, though, it remains with Hershey FC. You can see what they were attempting to do on the corner. A lot of players rising up, just not able to nod it in the right direction. Here's Shaw. He slips by a couple. He goes for a crack from distance. That one never hitting the mark, but applauds from the bench. They're happy to see some offensive effort. Calls for the coach to stay up. They want to trap the defensive side of Westchester in their own third. Westchester, however, goes along with it. An aerial battle won, though. Axman and Wilson working combination to head that one back to Gexky. Here's Lucchini. He lays it off to Axman, who slips that one through. Ridge was just a little bit beyond him. He's got a golden boot, but doesn't have a golden engine on him. Can only run so fast. Kashi pleading for his squad to move up. He goes for a nice kick. Another defensive effort is there. Every 50-50 ball seems to be going the way of Westchester. Players moving through the lines now. And that is John Ricks. He was bobbing and weaving through the midfield. He advances it for his squad. A nice ball in, a back flick to Ridge Robinson. He has a lefty shot and a lefty goal. A rocket from Ridge Robinson doubles the score, 2-0 Westchester. Easily done there from the captain, Ridge Robinson. My goodness. That will be his third goal here in the NPSL, and that will be his 31st goal in this 2024-2025 campaign across all conferences. The APSL, the American Premier Soccer League, just ended this past weekend. Ridge Robinson with 28 goals and 5 assists in the APSL. Clearly the Golden Boot leader. Axman steps up nicely there. He moves into the attack. Here's Warren. Here's Riccardi. Ridge tries to lay that off. Warren, can he find Paramu down the channel? That ball running just a little bit too far. The turf speeds up that ball. Sorry, folks. Number 24 is Drew Warren. Number 22, Andrew Blackwell. Apologies for that. Close down quickly, Westchester. Nice step there from Warren. Finds the feet of Paramu. He goes by one defender. He's going to be looking to put the cross in. A right-footed one to the middle of the box. A huge reaction save there from Kashi. Well knotted on there from Ridge Robinson. He got the power and the direction on it, but Kashi did an even better job to keep it out of the back of the net. Still, though, it remains with Westchester. That's John Ricks. Moves it on to Lucchini. He goes centrally to Malor, who goes for the turn. He slips on the turf, though. Coughs it up to the other side. And they do it right back. A long-range effort. Kashi. Another save for the goalkeeper in blue. Sometimes, folks, I'm a goalkeeper myself, as you know. Sometimes it's fun to be taking shots all night long. Sometimes not so much. Kashi, though, I think having fun with this one. Charlie Wilson brings that one down. Finds Riccardi. He just has to slice that one up and slice that one out. Malor directing traffic, as the defensive-minded man is apt to do. He's the only other one fit to wear the armband if Ridge isn't. Warren puts it back to Axman. To Charlie Wilson. Riccardi on it now. Long ball over to Ricks. He has to come back for it. He was looking for a forward pass. Still, in the defensive third it remains. Centrally to Warren. You can see how the triangles expand and contract as they're moving. This one, they send it long for Peramu. He brings that down well. Centrally for Malor. He could have another shot from distance. Lays it off for Ridge, who lays it back. Malor with a poke. The defense did enough to push him off his line. Malor, head in hands. He knew he had a chance there. The defense did well. The press is so keen, so quick. Sa trying to stay on sides here. Does he? He does. Goes centrally with it, but nobody there. Good vision from Sa to make that run, but it's about that the next pass seems to be eluding Hershey FC so far. Lucchini. He springs Ridge Robinson free. You know he could have another shot from distance. He does. That one barely nicks off the post and goes out. Kashi looking to get us restarted here. He's pushing his team upward. What can they do down 2-0 in this first half? Riccardi with a big challenge. Knocks a couple off his line. That one was close to the chest. I don't know. Folks, you know me. My opinions on handball. If it's close to your body, there's nothing you can do about it. I don't think it should be a hand, but that one called either way by center referee Phil. That's the captain, number 10, Boiling Shriek. He's the captain, the leader of the defense. He's having some communication with his coach on what to do, how to maneuver the back line to maybe deny some of that space away from Westchester. Here, the ball goes in. That's a nice one to the back coast. That one, though, knotted up and knotted over. The elevation is there from Hershey. It's that getting it on frame that seems to be missing. Blackwell comes up after that one, bleeding a little bit. Got a knock to the nose. Has to get a little bit of treatment from our physical therapy staff. Malor. Taxman. Those two going to just pass it back and forth to create some space. They try to release Ricks. They find Lucchini instead. Now Ricks gets it. Patience from him. Tries to move it around one, but that one too far ahead of him. Defensive line. That's another handball. If the other one is called, that one's got to be called. Consistency is key. We're waiting for Blackwell to be released back into the game. And so he is. Had to get a couple of tissues shoved up there. Restarted once again. Some speed out of the back here. But closed down, like we said, if you try to move in the midfield against Westchester, their jaws close shut. You can see right there, now the counterattack is on Ridge Robinson. He fights off a couple of challenges. He's big, he's hefty. Still the shot on. The deflection goes. Lucchini to lay it off. Ridge was looking for a foul that whole entire time, not realizing his team was already moving beyond him to have a shot on goal. Ridge once again to Ricks. Ridge, that one slips right off his toe. Axman, he's used to being the lone defender. Very confident on the ball is this player. Warren tried to move that one on. That one cut out. Now Hershey with a little bit of space. Only one man ahead. The jersey track onto Charlie Wilson. But still he gets it away. Ricks with a nice Cruyff to keep possession. Now let's see how and where the space pops up as they're moving the shape around. Riccardi with his head held high, surveying, finds a friend in Warren, and back to Rick it goes. Charlie Wilson, he's okay with being patient to find the right pass. Finds Blackwell, an easy ball to Paramu. You know, he knows he's got the speed. He goes for a cross. That one too close to the keeper. Well worked, though, from Westchester. You can feel they're always a threat no matter who's on the ball, what position on the field. Kashi only finds the foot of Warren, though. Axman. Warren once more. A good let there from Malone, realizing that Ricks was beyond him. Ridge, oh, you'd think he was on. So intelligent is number 10. He knows when to hold his run, knows when to let it go. It feel like it was inches on that one, but the flag raised.
Adrian, want something like that, because of your speed, I'm going to need you to chase him. Just over there on that side, just go for it sometime.
A lofted ball. Wilson rises up. Shaw gets it. Only for a moment. Westchester, the home side, back in possession once again. You can see so many Westchester players just lingering around the halfway mark. They're waiting for that ball. They know it will come. The belief is there, and that's what makes them lethal. And there you go. Paramu has it. Tries to spring a couple folks forward. Malore, fortunate to come up with that one. He goes for a shot. Oh, the power was there. That one, though, always rising.
Hey, Cooper, when you see that coming in and Connor's there, that's when you got to say, hey, I got to go support just in case, yeah?
The coaching staff providing a little bit of wisdom to the defensive line. They're seeing the game from a different angle. That's what they're there to do. Right now, though, Westchester, they're on the move once more.
Will to your right.
Blackwell dances around a couple, lays it off to Malord. He wasn't expecting that, but a good move from him.
To your right, that guy, Quaid.
Warren
Quaid, stay with that
to
guy
Ricks.
Right there to your right.
Lucchini. He goes for a cross. He sees Paramu on the back post. That one was never going to reach him.
Hey.
Josh Lucchini, number 26. 8 goals, 1 assist in the APSL. Nothing so far here in the NPSL. Unlike him, a very lethal player with the ball at his feet. He's going to be looking to get on the score sheet tonight for sure. Axman now with it. Ridge with the layoff. Oh, and it's a give and go. Ridge. Oh, he was in. He was on. That one, though, rolls gently back to the keeper. Chris Shaw waiting for the shoulder run. Riccardi trying to spy him. He's got his head on the swivel to find this sneaky winger. Will be number 10, Shirk, the captain of Hershey FC, here to take the free kick. A high line here for Westchester United. Wilson commanding, telling folks where to go. The ball, though, is into the middle of the area. That one directed away by Axman. That shot comes through. A little bit of deflection just to slow it up enough. That one, an easy save for number 0. Blackwell, couldn't handle that one. And back to Hershey it goes. Good step there from Warren. Now he is on the break. He's looking for Paramu once more. So much speed on this side. A huge challenge. Has to skip over that one. But that one directed out for a corner. And that was number 22, Tyson Snyder, with a great challenge to break up that counterattack.
Hey, be ready to stop.
This will be a corner for Westchester. I believe their first of the match. That one to the back post. Cashy there, but wasn't able to get a good hand on it. A side volley from Ridge Robinson. A concentrated effort, but that one pushed beyond the post. Great technique, great focus from number 10. You could see he was thinking about that all the way. Cashy has to do a little bit better. Push that ball forward. If you can't catch it, you gotta punch it. No slaps. Cashy into the blender once more, but it's Riccardi once again to win the 50. Warren. The ball being ping-ponged around. Still no one calmly in possession yet. Ricks nods it down to himself. He's looking to lead somebody on with a pass. Goes back to Riccardi. Intelligent play there from Ricks. If there's nothing ahead, go back, maintain possession. Let's see how we can work it from left to right, right to left, and spread the shape. Lucchini.
Will behind. Will behind.
Axman once again. That pass a little bit off the mark and cut out by Snyder. He's got the speed there, that outside back. That's what the coaches want from him. He's got to be the recovery run person when their team is caught up too far up the pitch. Charlie Wilson goes to the middle and finds his Ridge Robinson. He clips that up to Paramu. Riccardi. He goes for an early cross all the way to the back post. Finds Lucchini for a one-time in. Bounced over one, but didn't bounce over two. The clearance now for Hershey. A good layoff there. They got one man to beat, but it's Malor. He's on the defensive duties. He's a tough one to get beyond. Westchester. Patience from them. That one a little bit off the mark. Blackwell puts his hands up in apology. He knows he should have been there. The referee, though, has got a block in his vision a little bit. Riccardi with the step. Plenty of time ahead of him as well. One to beat. Blackwell. He moves forward. He goes all the way wide to Lucchini in open space. He could have the cross in, or does he take it himself? He lays it off. A nice back heel from Blackwell. That one, though, goes out of bounds. Cashy wailing his team forward once again. They're only down 2-0. Not an insurmountable lead. But against Westchester, seems like a mountain. especially when these 50-50s never seem to go your way. Every aerial ball comes up gray. Good physical challenge there. I like it. And eventually the foul is called. I'm okay with a little bit of physicality there. A little bit of hand fighting, a little bit of shoulder bumping. As long as the players are safe. Ricks has a lot to say to the center referee there. He did get the call after all. Maybe there was something else that the ref couldn't see. It's bothering Ricks. Here's Charlie Wilson to Ridge Robinson. Riccardi now. Warren. He goes centrally, finds Lucchini at the top of the box. He has a turnaround shot. That one nicely gathered by the goalkeeper. He immediately slings that one out. He's ready to get this one back in play. Lucchini, though, to break it down. Good little battle there. Here's Snyder. That one, though, a little too hot to handle. For number 21, that's Adrian Delgado. Blackwell. He's looking to put on Riccardi. He springs into space. He's going to cut to the middle, though. Lays it off to Warren. A little bit wide, but a good pass on one time to Ricks. Methodically, they move forward inch by inch. A shot from range. That one blocked. Malor to Blackwell. Riccardi, he's staying up there in the attack. Paramu. He could be looking for an early cross in. Lays it off to Malor. Working around nicely here. The cross, the left-footed cross. Looks for Lucchini. Rich Robinson pushed off his line. And Kashi is able to gather. It was a well-worked effort from the side in gray. You can see how they ebb and flow, the push and pull as they're working the space, waiting for someone to not get back into position, waiting for the right strikers to find their spot in the box, and the cross comes through. Malor. Here's Ricks. Unleashes Lucchini. Can he get there, though? That's the question. He does.
Wait, go with the left shoulder. Stay with 12, please. Stay with 12. Move.
That one slipped into the box. Malor! And that one goes right in. Kashi did everything he could, but it went beyond him. And you could see Ridge Robinson. He could have poked that one home, but he knew it was going to go to the back of the net. He wanted his best buddy, Malor, to receive credit for that one, and he's on the score sheet.
Well, that's where we got to make that run with, to stay with them. You're too worried about the other guys, but he's the dangerous.
Malor, that's his first goal for the NPSL, his second across all conferences. Like I said, normally a defenseman. This year, or this match, getting full license to move forward. And that's another one for the home side. It's 3-0 now. Hershey. They lose possession once again. They hold on to it for a couple of passes, and they can't seem to find that final one. Paramu to Malor. Here's Lucchini once again. Warren on the ball. Westchester United now just knocking it around. Waiting for those runners to come through. You can see Ricks as he steams into the box. He gets it now. Lays it off once more. The cross comes through. A number of orange jerseys, though, collapse around it. Axman to recycle it here. Finds the feet of Blackwell. Ricks, he wants to be in the attack. You can see how much he's in the offensive third. That one clattered off a boot. Goes out of bounds, but we'll stay with Westchester. Folks, we do have a couple of more Westchester games coming up for you on the Westchester United Soccer Club YouTube channel. Of course, make sure you like and subscribe. But this weekend, June 28th at 7 p.m. Eastern, we have Westchester United SC versus Electric City Shock as part of the NPSL Keystone West Conference. That will be on our YouTube channel. And then we also have the Westchester Predators as they take on the Philadelphia Union DS squad as part of the NPSL Keystone Eastern Conference. That's also at 7 p.m. on the same day. So lots of Westchester action for you this Saturday. Charlie Wilson finds Ricks. That's a nice looping ball to Ridge Robinson. Couldn't handle that one, though, unfortunately, but he gets it right back. Uses his body ever so well. He puts in a slicing shot. As he falls to the turf, that one goes to the left. Outside of the pitch, Ridge Robinson helps folks in Norway with physical therapy, so basically like at-home care. So he knows how to use his body well. You can see the way that he puts his body between the ball and the player, the way he can kind of just roll off of challenges. That gets him into those tiny pockets of space for him to get those shots off. Here's Malore now with tons of space ahead of him. Warren to Ricks.
Stay up, that way you don't have to run away from them.
The defensive line just moving it in and out. It's those two right in front of them, Warren and Blackwell, as they move to and fro that creates space in the midfield. Here's Malore. I was about to say, you better not have a shot from distance. He can. He shouldn't. Here's Riccardi. A one-time for Paramoot. That speed just seems to beat everybody out here on the pitch today. Riccardi slings it all the way back to Charlie Wilson. Here's Axman. Luchini goes for an early cross. Ridge Robinson right there. We'll touch ahead of him, and the touch in the back of the net. It's a chip ski for Ridge.
Get up! When the ball gets up, you go up!
We are now 4-0 Westchester United, and that's a hat trick. And hats off to you, number 10, Ridge Robinson. That was a good first touch ahead of him. Pushed Cashy wide, and then the second was able to get him the ball up and over and into the back of the net. A few more minutes before the end of our first half here. Hershey could do with a spell of possession. Charlie winning that one in the air. Paramoot to bring it down. He keeps it in. That one, though, goes out of bounds. Gekski had to do something. He says, I haven't touched the ball this entire half. Let me do something here. Hershey, though, in the offensive third. The defensive line, as they were getting some instruction. Give the ball over here. Westchester now with possession once again.
Don't let him get the ball back there.
Here's Ricks.
Where are you going?
To Luchini.
Back to the middle.
Ricks easily in. That cross slips right underneath Cashy, and Ridge Robinson right there. You know he's got a nose for goal, a knack for the right spots, and he tucks that one away. 5-0 Westchester. We highlight Ridge Robinson, seems like every broadcast, but it's rightly so. That's what he does the best. He knows where to be in a position, and as a striker, if you can be in the position and you know the ball will get there, easy money.
Still shouldn't go out that far.
Hershey. They have it now. Snyder. Good little bit of possession there. As soon as I say it, it's unfortunately over. Back to the goalkeeper it goes. Riccardi. He's got Green ahead of him. He chips that on, tries to find Ridge. Ridge might be tired after receiving every single one of these passes over the top. That one unfortunate for Shirk. Here's Paramu. To Ridge Robinson. He goes beyond one challenge, and he could square it. He does. Malor deflects off a defender, and it goes in the back of the net. 6 for Westchester. We'll have our first substitute of the game now. And this will be number 17, Sebastian Paez. Looks like he will call Ridge Robinson. His day is done. Not before adding a multitude of goals. Let's see what Sebastian Paez can do here at the top of this formation. Hershey to restart it, and then as soon as we do, the whistle is blown and the half is over. 45 minutes done, 45 minutes left to go as it stands. 6 goals to your home side, Westchester 0, Hershey FC. We'll see you after 15.
I don't.
And here we have Nick Krause for the play-by-play. No, just kidding.
I'll be the color. Yeah, you can do the camera.
Yeah, we're going to switch it up here, folks. Dude, I'd be so jerky, dude. I'd be like,
I mean, well, honestly, with now the fluid head, it's kind of hard to be jerky on this. It's
oh, it's smooth. Oh, wow, okay.
so great. It's like wobbly. That one's so wobbly. The camera too fat, panning too fast. Notice it's back, but I just won't pan fast.
See, that would be me. I'd be like, people would get motion sickness.
It's tough because I.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Kildare's Field in Westchester, Pennsylvania, for our match between home side Westchester United and away side Hershey FC. This is part of the NPSL Keystone Western Conference. Right now, as we enter our second half, Westchester firmly in the lead. It's 6-0 for the home side. They had a majority of the possession, a majority of the shots in that first half. Liken it to be more of the same here in the second. Right at the end of that first half, though, we did have Ridge Robinson subbed off there. He had 4 goals in that first half. It'll be Sebastian Paez, number 17, who will take his place. So let's see if he can take up the mantle and get some goals on his sheet. A few of the changes as well, maybe tactically as well as personnel for the side of Hershey FC. We do have Cody Calandrillo who jump in. That is a slip there from one of the defensive line of Hershey. And it's a goal line save there from Schneider. It's a shot from Riccardi. That one always rising. A little bit of confusion still for the defensive line from Hershey FC. The coaching staff trying to sort it out. Haven't been able to do so just yet. Goalkeeper in blue, Cashy. He's had a lot to do in this contest. Probably have even more to do so over the next 45. He lofts that one up. Warren to knot it down. Axman. He's going to shepherd that back to Gateski, and he scoops it up. Wilson to bring it forward. He finds Ricks. Malore now in his rightful spot on the defensive line. This is where he wants to be. He also had 2 goals in that first. Here's Ricks. Sorry, the other side. I believe that was Lucchini. There's Lucchini now. Lucchini around one defender. He goes for the cross in. It deflects to the middle of the box. Oh, Blackwell couldn't track it. And there's another shot from Riccardi. That one above the bar once again. Lucchini going 1-on-1 with Adrian Delgado, 29 in or 19 or 21 in orange. Excuse me. It's a good contest between those two. I'm sure we'll see more of that as the second half wears on. They're looking for a pass. Here's Delgado now. Immediately 4 shirts around him. He finds Shah. That ball, it could have found the mark for the substitute, Cody Colandrillo. Though he was running away from instead of towards in. But that's what you want to see from Westchester. Snyder, he rockets that one out of bounds. That one almost took producer and cameraman Nick's head right off. Ricks puts it back into play. A little bit more life here from Hershey FC. We like to see that. Let's see if they can get on the score sheet. As a reminder, the last time these teams met about a week ago, it was 7-1, the final score. Westchester United taking all 3 points from that one. As it stands, folks, Westchester at top of the table with 19 points. Though the Pennsylvania Classics are at 17 points on the season, so every victory, if they want to win this conference and move on to the playoffs in the NPSL. As it stands right now, you feel like Westchester will claim all 3 points from this one, further cementing their place at the top. But you never know. It is the game of soccer. Could be 6 goals for one side and one half, 6 goals for the other and the other. Warren. A little push in the back there from him to win that one. And Hershey, a sigh of relief. That one put to the top of the box. Wilson there to meet it. Blackwell had a bloody nose in that first half after an aerial battle, but soldiered onwards. He's looked good so far. Westchester tried to move that one around. Falls to Gateski. He'll be just okay with that. Riccardi. Moves it centrally for Ricks, who nods it on. That one, though, is offsides. Ricks, that's very dangerous from him. That outside back moving centrally, like as if he's an attacking forward, a 9, just to put somebody else in. That's some scary stuff that has to be tracked, that has to be called out from the defensive 4 from Hershey. Hershey FC to get us restarted here. It's a big boot in. Tries to find Delgado, and it does. It slips through the cracks. He puts on Snyder wide. He could have a shot on goal. He cuts in, and Axman stands tall. You think you got to have that shot in earlier, but that pace from Snyder, we've seen it in the first half. We're seeing it here now. He blocks that one for a throw. Goal kick. Axman. To Ricks. They have a couple of players warming up, like goalkeeper Tino Nace. Love to see him in action. He can fly across that net. He also has a goal to his name as well, so you could see him on the pitch. Here's Blackwell, though. A nice sliding challenge. Claps abound. And that's William Paulson, number 14 from Hershey FC, who gets it done. Warren to push it back to his defensive line. Axman. He's looking beyond him. Who can he find? Lucchini. He goes centrally, it skips by a number of players. It's Blackwell in the back of the net. And it's another goal for Westchester United. 7 the total now. That ball just weaved itself through every single player. Nobody could get onto it until the intended target did so. Blackwell calmly pushed that one beyond the keeper for another goal for his side. Still, Hershey thinking about what they can do better here. After every goal, conversing. Oh, maybe I should have been here. Maybe I should have tracked back there. There's a lot to learn from each and every goal. Can't lose it in this dangerous spot, though. Here's Shirk. He moves it on to Delgado. Oh, that one, just the wrong side of him. Can they trap him? Can they press him in? Hershey. They do cough it up, though. Westchester United. Now Hershey could be in. That pass, not the right one. Here's Shirk once again. Find another member, but that one stomped by Ricks. Lucchini gets on the end of that. Here's Schneider. He's looking for a friend. Delgado, too hot to handle. Schneider throwing his body around against the bigger Malor. No foul called there. Now it will be cross-checked by Warren. The captain, Shirk, will stand over this one. What can he do from a set-piece situation? They have a bunch of Hershey players grouped up on that far side. Shirk, he has an eye for goal. He goes for it. That one whizzed over the bar. A valiant effort, though, from the captain. If they can have a lifeline, it's got to be a bit of magic from them. Set piece is one way to do it. Malor. Taxman. Wow, finds Ricardian so much green. He can move in oodles of space, easily releases Blackwell here. Colendrillo trying to chase on behind him. A big step there from the defense. Now another shot. Another one wide here from Riccardi. You know he wants to get on the score sheet. Riccardi so far no goals in the NPSL. You know, he's desperate for one here tonight. Looks like we will have a substitute coming in here for Westchester United. That will be number 25, Noah Gray. Let's see who he calls out once it's time to do so. So far, though, the possession remains with Hershey FC. They've had some bright spots here so far in the second half. Good set piece, a good couple crosses in. Shots, they've been blocked, but at least they're finding the space to do so. Let's see, another opportunity here for them. It's Shirk. He's standing over it from the other side of the pitch. This one might be well out of the range and well out of the angle. A couple of members, though, waiting at the top of the box here for the delivery. That one curved in nicely, but stepped in front is Charlie Wilson, and I'll push that wide for a corner. Our substitutes now will be allowed to come in. And it will be Ricks who will be exiting the match. A good day for Ricks. Very well done, and Noah Gray will take his place. And that will be Drew Warren, number 24. A wonderful defensive midfield effort from him. And the substitute will be Matthew Capreto. Had to find it on my sheet here, folks. All right, some fresh legs here for Westchester United. It might cause more problems for Hershey, but right now they have to deal with a corner. That one grabbed there by Getski. That one kind of knocked out of his hands as well, but it goes over the bar. Axman has had a lot to do in this half. Lucchini gets closed upon easily. That's immediately... Oh, it's still Ricks. I thought Ricks was substituted out there. I guess not. It was just a feint, or maybe he was coming to get some water. It will be Riccardi who gets the axe and goes sets to the bench. Blackwell moves beyond another. He crosses in the flick. There. Doesn't find the mark. That was Capretto on the end of that. Here's Ricks with another cross. Another header in. Capretto immediately involved. 2 shots on goal for him. All right, so the substitutes for Westchester United, Riccardi out, Noah Gray in, and then Warren out, Matthew Capretto in. Now we have Adrian Delgado out for Hershey FC. And another substitute, another pair of fresh legs for the side in orange. And that will be Rowan Edris, who enters the fray. Can Edris put some pressure here? Ricks doesn't carry, goes for a nice early cross. That one knotted up, but falls neatly for Paez. He flicks it on to Noah Gray. Gray, it's good to get your substitutes a couple of touches on the ball early so they can feel comfortable, feel the pace of the match. Here's Blackwell. Tuluscini. Ricks in open space. He's going to go for the one-time cross. Yep, that one sneaks by one defender, doesn't sneak by the next. Nicely done there from Blackwell. Back to Lucchini once more. He goes for the early cross, or is it a shot? Kashi catching practice. A quick release. Here's Lej. Slip ball through. That could have released a couple of members, but that one smartly dealt with by Wilson. Ricks, once again, has been troublesome, a nuisance on this side. He goes for another cross, but that one, I think, going to be a shot. And that one over the bar. Looks like we'll have another pair of substitutions for Westchester. It seems like it's almost a full field change for the home side. We will have Perrymore exiting the match, and it will be Leon Aguilar, number 27, who will enter, and Tino Nace, the goalkeeper. Edris, that's his first touch on the ball, but that one too high for him. Ricks sends it back to Nace, eager to get on the ball early. He pushes that one forward. Cody there to cut it out. Got a couple turf pits in his eyes for that one. That goes back to Nace. All right, with a whole new slew of substitutes. How does Westchester still work their formation? Capretto gets that one plucked away from him. Axman there, though, to clean up the mess. Boodslow. He chips that forward. Ricks calmly dealt with. Lucchini looks for a friend, but lets it go out for a throw. Finds an on-running Malord. He's in the box. He's going to cross it. No, too close to Kashi. He's able to snatch that one up. Here's Cody Colandrillo. Wilson, though, just boots that one away. Allows his side to reset. Nace gets onto the pitch and immediately starts commanding his troops. It's kind of the respect he deserves. So far, though, Hershey FC looking for a way into this one. At least one goal will do, and that will be equal to at least how they fared last time. 7-1 contest in the previous meeting between these two squads. Though I know the Westchester United players are hungry for goals. They rarely let up. This one, I believe, folks, went out for a corner. Will be Blackwell to stand over it. I'm actually very curious to see the set piece here from Westchester United. What kind of cookery has Coach Blaze concocted for this? Lots of players running to and fro. It's a near post flick on. Another desperate clearance from the orange side. Clip to the back post. Axman trying to find his way to it. Does enough, though, to win the ball for his side. Lucchini tries to move between two, and that one, the door closed. He wants to recover it back, so he does. Good effort from the winger. Noah Gray resets it for a squad. Charlie Wilson. He releases Paez. Look at him go. Massively long legs on this player. He's going to take it to the corner and wait for the reinforcements to arrive, and so they do. I believe that is Capreto. Oh, no, that's Aguilar, excuse me. There's Ricks. He tosses it in the mixer. Aguilar stabbing at it. It's Capreto now on the ball. He wiggles between a couple. He could have a snapshot. He does! Spilled by Kashi, but nobody home to crash. Hershey, get out of that danger for now. Snyder, he was put in a very tough spot there. He tries to keep it in, but that one goes out. Axman. To Nace. Axman has 2 goals across all conferences, one in the NPSL, one in the APSL. Even the defenders can get in on the action on this team. Here's Ricks. That cross cut out once again. Edris to Shirk. He gets a quick shove in the back there from Capreto. The flag then finally raised and the foul called. Snyder. He gives that one a hoof. Goes into the box. Nace. Keep that one in. Or, nope, it went out for a goal kick. My eyes have been deceiving me. My goodness. Could be the bugs. Could be the humidity. It's distracting me a little bit here, folks. That's a massive pass here. Luca. Or Malor, rather. He tries to find a friend. Not able to do so there. Recycled. Back to Charlie Wilson. Axman. To Blackwell. He clipped that one wide for Noah Gray. He goes beyond one easily by Cody. Another slide in is Luther. He upends the running Noah Gray. And the foul is called. Oh. Once again, my eyes deceiving me. It is actually a potential offsides. Not a simulation. I'm hearing from my producer Nick Krause saying that Noah Gray feigned the dive in the box. Usually you receive a yellow for that sort of maneuver. For now, though, all is well and good. Westchester still firmly in the lead here. 7 goals. Shirk. Too far ahead of Schneider. That's what they're looking for. If you can hear the communication more positive between them, more personal accountability, that's what you want to hear from the players. That one, Ricks slipped beyond him. A little bit of a tussle there, maybe a easily pushed to the ground there, Shirk. But he likes the free kick from this kind of angle and this kind of range. Shirk. I don't think he'll go for goal here. Shirk. He puts it into the back post. A couple rising. But rising above them all is Axman. He pushes that away. Releases Blackwell. He's going to go cross. That is Paez. And it's Shirk. He just tosses them into the dirt. Now the foul is called. Surprisingly, yellow doesn't come out for that. Saying. Lucchini. That's a nice one-time volley in. Edris trying to keep that in and pushes it all the way back to Axman. Here's Ricks. Nace, he's even far out of his box. He wants to get in on the action. Like we said, he does have a goal to his name. Axman once again finds Ricks on the touchline. Snyder standing tall, and he commits a foul. Looks like we'll have a pair of substitutes for Hershey FC. Coach Blaze recognizing some of the players from Hershey FC, calling out that there might be some danger entering the pitch. Capreto is able to find, I believe that's Ricks. He just seems to be all over the pitch. Malor. That one too high up. Lucchini thought about doing a quick step there. Thought better of it. Leave it to Malord. Now he's closed down Malord. That one gets caught under his feet. Blackwell, a big challenge. We know Shirk, no danger to a challenge as well. He goes to ground. Blackwell, though, great balance and agility from him. Axman, that's a beauty of a ball to find Lucchini on running. He goes immediately central. The on-running Paez, just one toe, one pinky. Would have put that in the back of the net. Here's Blackwell. He tries to find Aguilar, but that one too far beyond him. All right, our pair of substitutes. Number 35, Brett DeBell. Then we have number 34, Christopher Sheeran. Coaching staff figuring out what they need to do, who's coming off, who's going where. Seems like there's some history between Malord and Sheeran. Maybe they've played youth soccer together. You can see them embracing there in the middle of the circle. It's always good to see these players, no matter what walk of life, no matter where you come from, what team you play for. We all love the game of football. Ronan Edris quick piece of acceleration, but Ricks was wary of the danger. He just clears that out of bounds and over the bleachers. Oh, no. Another ball lost to the Marches. Coach Blaze going to be upset about that one. Hershey FC, they're throwing. DeBell, that's quickly around him. So much pace from these substitutes. It's Paez. He's going to look for Noah Gray again. That one, though, cut out by Luther. Noah had a full head of steam there. He seemed like he could not be stopped, then had to hold his run to stay on sides. Then Paez couldn't find him. An early cross in. Goes in the mixer. Paez is there to handle. Another cross from Malor. Back post this time. Axman. He was pleading for that header to go the right way. Went the opposite. Kashi to restart us once more. Luther. Finds it. Leish. But it's Aguilar. Nips it from him. That one goes out once again. Like we always talk about with this formation on Westchester. If you go into the midfield, they immediately pounce. It's very difficult to work through that congestion. Axman. To Ricks. One time to Lucchini. Snyder dives in on that one. Shah sends it back to his goalkeeper to clear the lines. Back to Axman once again. Charlie Wilson on it. To Noah Gray. Couple on runners. Luca Malor. He had to hold his run. He already has a brace in this contest, looking for more. Noah Gray, well done to maintain possession. Axman, once again, finds his buddy in Ricks. Beauty of a ball. He cuts it in. Goes all the way to the opposite side. Aguilar keeps it foreside, once again with Blackwell. To Malor. Capreto lays it off. He didn't have the run, though, because he fell over. That was his ball to claim. Blackwell tried to pick it up for him. Just didn't have the legs. Blackwell on his recovery run, you can see he's not hobbling necessarily a little bit, but it's a labored run. He's tired. He's been box to box this entire match. Wilson reading that one expertly. My goodness, every challenge, he seemed to be there. Shirk tries to release a teammate.
Keep it up, keep it up.
Still, though, Shirk to Edris. Unlucky ball there from him. He did contest. Just seems like none of those 50-50s seem to be going the way of the side in orange. Noah Gray. Works past Leish. Slips the ball in there. Luca at the top of the box. But no, they go for goal. Big thigh from Kashi. Capreto. He's putting on the pressure. Allows Lucchini to come in and steal the cookies right out from Hershey FC. Noah Gray once more. That one catching practice for the goalkeeper. That allows Hershey FC to recycle now. They could use for a little bit of time on the ball. Ricks getting nutmegged there. His teammates are going to make him hear about that. Nice ball through there from Snyder to Edris. He wins, I believe, a corner. Let's see what the referees say. They say it's a goal kick. It'll be last off of Ronan Edris. And possession back to Westchester United. Noah Gray seems to be ever the outlet. Always available for the ball. Blackwell. To Ricks. He releases Capreto, but that one pings off his boot. Gives an arm up in apology. He knows he was in. Snyder. Shirk, the one-time pass. Lucchini. Who can he find? That's a nice looping ball. Luca, he is in. He could have a laser in the back of the net, and it's a missile from Malor. And he adds to a tally. It'll be a hat trick for him as well. 3 for number 12. That will be goal, I believe, number 8 for Westchester United. We had a deluge of rain earlier. Now we're having a deluge of goals in this match. They just keep on coming. I have another substitute, 36. That'll be Finn Grinnell for Hershey FC. That'll be Chris Shaw, who will take a seat. Sheehan gave that one up lazily, but then did well to recover to Bell. That one stopped up by Noah Gray. When you have a defender like him who can go box to box, offense to defense in an instant, as a gold mine you want to keep. Nace. Easy for Axman. It's Lucchini now. He's a cross machine. Once again, trying to pinpoint Paez. Not able to find him. That was a great ball, though. Every cross from Lucchini has been sublime. The dots not connecting here for the away side. They give that one over. Charlie Wilson on it. The defensive squad from the home side content to maintain possession. No need to go forward if they don't have to. Once again, that curving ball. Ricks keeps it in neatly. Finds Lucchini once more. These three working like a hydra. Just the three heads. Paez. That one pinged off him. Leish. That's the substitute. Grinnell. He gets a shove in the back. Looks like somebody will be in. No. They are off. That is number 4, Sebastian Carmona. You thought he was onside for just an instant, but the referee's flag goes up. Quick restart here for the home side. Capreto. That is Aguilar. Quick burst of speed. Noah Gray now to take the forefront. He's going to go for a cross. That one slipped off his boot, you think, and it goes out of bounds. I'm seeing Ayubi Mohu warming up here on the sideline. It's good to see him. When Nick and I were casting and producing the Delaware River Conference Final, he went down with an injury to the hamstring, to the calf area. We were hoping it wouldn't be a long sustaining injury because he is a lethal one in front of goal. 15 goals, 4 assists in the APSL, 4 goals in the USL 2. That is not a player you want to lose at any time in the season. It's good to see him warming up. Ricks fending off numerous amounts of challenges. He's going to have a shot from distance, you would think. That one, though, he lays it off. Aguilar, nice job for him. Ricks! Oh, a highlight reel effort. Had that gone in, Well done, though, from Ricks to bob and weave his way through traffic to get that one on frame. Can't be too much more in this one, folks. You can see referee Phil. About 5 minutes left on the clock. Our power is out here at Kildare's Field. So I have to go and trust our fourth official. He's doing an expert job here today, keeping everybody in check. Noah Gray. Charlie Wilson. Nace off his line once again. He wants to thread the needle. He wants to look for a cheeky pass. And he finds one. Aguilar. Sorry. Aguilar. That's Noah Gray. He crosses it centrally. It's Capreto! I don't think he expected that one to come to him. Lucchini, he could go for a cross, and he does. To the back post. An acrobatic strike there from Noah Gray. Got a piece of it, but not much more. A good body there from Luther, and it's a massive diving effort from Kashi. Aguilar did well there. The one-time chance, but even a better save for the man in blue. Will be Noah Gray to stand over this corner. Let's see what tactic they go with this time. Looks like a center bunch on the penalty spot. That's an early ball in to Malor. That one, that first touch let him down. And it will be a goal kick, though, this time. That free set piece did not come to fruition. Kashi has definitely impressed me in this one. Has faced a lot of shots, especially at close range, and has done well. He's used his legs, used his quick reaction, used his intelligence to keep the scoreline where it is, 8-0. Still a hefty blow to their differential, but could be much, much worse. Lucchini now. He goes back to Ricks. Blackwell. Finds an on-running Noah Gray. He's got a couple people behind him, but he goes for the shot. Oh, my goodness. A cannon from the outside back. Only a few more minutes remain in this one. It's been a neat game, tight game, nothing too contentious between these squads. No horrendous fouls or bench clearing moments, which is good. Lucchini, he steps to that one. Ricks. But it's Schneider now. He goes centrally. Finds Carmona. Leish. Tried to sneak it into Snyder. Couldn't find him. Capreto. That's clinical defending there from the side in Gray. Not given an inch. Wilson. He's going to look for the cross-court pass, and he does. Lucchini in so much space. Take it into the box, friend. Don't go for a cross. Show me what you got. He goes for the cross anyway. A couple on-running members, and it will be Aguilar. A good block there, though, from Leish. That one goes over the bar. You could see Aguilar's eyes wide as that ball rolled to him. An even better block there from Leish, number 18 from Hershey FC. Blackwell to put this one in. That's an in-swinging ball. A nod on from Ricks. That pinged off of Axman, but Kashi was there. He releases his sides quickly. The direct pass does not find Sheehan. Or Grinley, excuse me. Grinnell. Blackwell with it once more. That's an outside of the boot pass. An even better clearance. Here's Sheeran. I believe Aguilar held Carmona on there. He could have been in if he had hustled to it. Capreto turning with the ball. Goes by DeBell. He's going to have a shot from distance, you feel. Luther, though, stops that one. Good defending from him. Out wide here to Ricks. Tries to do his best Lucchini impression. That one, though, doesn't get past the first line of defense. A throw in here now is Lucchini. A nice back heel to Ricks. He could go for the left-footed cross. He does. A looping one to the back posts. Nobody home to collect. Wilson, oh, I thought he was going to have a crack from distance. And there you have it, folks. 90 minutes said and done, and your home side are the victor, claiming all 3 points. Westchester 8, Hershey FC 0. As a reminder, folks, I'm Phil Boda with legendary producer Nick Krause for Westchester United right here on YouTube. We'll see you Saturday for another match. Have a good night.